This video is brought to you by Geekom. Thank you for sending me this PC. Love you guys. I've had the craziest idea. What if I stick a mini computer to the back of my television, plugged in HDMI power cable? Could I turn my PC into a seamless, hidden, retro gaming console without anybody knowing? I'm praying to God this doesn't fall off randomly. That would be freaking hilarious. I put a carpet on the floor. A pillow. This is the main problem, and I'm sure we all know how annoying it is to use Windows on a television. The keyboard and mouse destroys the couch gaming vibe, and that's not what I want to do here. My tech goal is to build an all-in-one gaming console very similar to Xbox, but instead I have full control over it. But first, let's get this box opened. This is a mini computer from Geekom. It's called the Mini IT13. It boasts a powerful Intel Core i9-13900H. That's a freaking mouthful. 32 gigs of RAM, and I'm going to be opening it right now with this oversized knife. Open it up. And that's it. It's actually really, really small. So far, it looks, wow. This can almost fit into my pocket. It's not a big PC by any means. And that's it. Actually really, really nice. Wow. It's so lightweight, I can almost toss this thing in the air. Let's see what else is in this box. We have an HDMI, guessing it's 2.0. We have what the hell is this? This power adapter is bigger than the computer itself. Are you seeing this? I've never seen a mount for an actual PC before, but this would be pretty cool. Imagine putting it somewhere on a wall or behind a TV where it's stationary. So a lot of features of this computer actually are upgradable. We have a 2 terabyte SSD. That is huge. That comes stock with this. 32 gigs of RAM, Intel Core i9, and the Intel Xe integrated graphics. That's supposed to be the best Intel integrated graphics possible. It's pretty solid and discreet, but overall, you don't expect playing Cyberpunk at 4K. There's no shot this could handle it. This is the front of the computer. You have 2 USB 3.2 cables and a headphone adapter with a power button, but the back is where stuff gets interesting. You see 2 HDMI ports. You have a 2.5 gig Ethernet adapter, which is extremely fast. 2 USB-C 4.0 ports right here. I think this can actually plug into an external GPU if you wanted it to. USB 2 and 3.2. So you have literally everything that you possibly could need from the back of this computer. There's so many ports and plugs, and there's a lot of high bandwidth adapters here as well. That was good. Now, before we attach it to my TV, let's figure out the software nightmare side of this first. Now, these are my software options. If you're a tech nerd, please tell me where I went wrong during this process or where I could have done better. Number 1 is Steam Big Picture Mode. It's good, it's the most widely known and used, but it's not exactly what I want. Plus, it's not that clean for an all-in-one retro gaming library. Second is Batocera OS. It's a really, really clean operating system built on Linux, made for retro gaming specifically. It comes with Kodi built in, and this might have been the solution, but you cannot play Steam games on it, or any AAA game for that matter, so it's not going to be my choice, even though it's so freaking nice, bro. Just look at this view. The third option is Chimera OS. This is sweet. It's an entire operating system that's designed to turn your gaming computer into a Steam Deck console. 0 keyboard or mouse needed, but you can't play Call of Duty because the anti-cheat only works on Windows. Damn. So my solution was to go with EmuDeck. It's a retro gaming program that configures all of the complicated emulators for you and simplifies the setup to noob level. And the front end for all of the emulators, including Steam or any other new game, is actually called Emulation Station. It's how you interact with all of these separate apps and programs that you actually use to launch into your games, which makes it really, really clean and simple. The theme that I chose is called CoinOp. I think this is the cleanest theme that there is. And if you're scrolling through all my video games, you're realizing, bro, how do you have every single video game with the box cover, the info about it, and in text, and you even have a video preview for every single game playable? And that's because of an app that's built into this app called Screen Scraper. You just make an account, put your username and password in, it's totally free, and then it downloads all of this automatically and synchronizes all of it for you by itself. What I've built is a nostalgic portal to your past if you were a rich kid that had every single video game and every console possible, which most of us probably weren't. But after searching the World Wide Web, apparently there's no way to get streaming apps like Netflix and Hulu working on Windows with controller support native. So that dream of mine is gone unless any of you know a possible solution. Please let me know if it's possible, but as far as I've seen, there's no way. Now, this all looks really cool, but if I have to set this thing up every single time, use a mouse and keyboard, open up the software every single time this PC turns on, there's a slim chance I'll ever use it, right? So I found a good solution. Shell Common Startup Emulation Station, run Steam on startup, remove Windows login feature entirely, so it boots straight into desktop, and by itself it should immediately boots into the emulation station with all of my games prepared by itself. Let's watch it start. I'm gonna have to be blurring out a lot of this stuff because it's owned by the company that starts with the letter N, which I'm not gonna say their name so I can not get sued. I have an Xbox adapter. I just turn the power button on and it should connect to my PC automatically, just like it's a console. Okay, that's not good. There we go. Okay, that's not good. I have to fix that. Like, look how freaking cool this is. Any game I want, I can watch it before I actually press play. Also, the cool way that I set this thing up is that it connects to my Google Drive account, and every time I finish playing any retro game, it backs it up and saves it with like cloud data. Oh my god, I'm getting smoked. Okay, this is a bad idea. Now to exit the game, I just tap these two buttons, and we're going back to our emulation station. I could also move this TV around as far as I want with this really long arm mount that I found on Amazon, and I can actually push this all the way back to the wall since the mini PC is so small and I have full clearance. Now, considering this has only integrated graphics and not a dedicated GPU, how good can it emulate? And believe it or not, PS3 and Switch actually work on this. You're getting a consistent 50 to 60 FPS, even though it's at max top speed CPU and it's like literally gasping for its last breath of air. But everything weaker than those, like GameCube, PS2, and 64, they all work flawlessly. I'm locked in 60 FPS, no sweat. To test out the video editing power with Adobe Crash Pro, I grabbed two 4K 140 bitrate heavy pieces of footage that I normally work with, like the video you're watching right now on YouTube, and it actually kept up with a pretty decent workload. Look how it's still tracking and playing at full 4K. Imitate fewer actions and recognize fewer words following demonstrations. Not bad for just having one CPU and no GPU at all. But obviously, the one thing that is missing from this machine is that raw graphics power from my RTX 4090 light flex. Okay, so right now I'm playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on this little mini PC. I just turned it off right now. I swear to God, I just pressed the off button. It only has integrated graphics, but somehow I'm getting a solid, that's about 40 FPS solid. And if you see the gameplay right here, I'm actually able to play. This is 1080p. It's super, like, the quality is not great by any means, but it's somewhat playable. Like, I can get that kill right there, no problem. Drop shot this guy. Let's see if I can pop up. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. There we go. What I'm doing now is using Moonlight to live stream this computer that's back there, my beast, the 4090 Insane Monster, using the Wi-Fi 6E router wirelessly without an Ethernet cable into this baby PC right here. And it's actually playing Call of Duty at 4090 settings. Let's see how well this can hold up. This is like a world of difference. Now I'm streaming Call of Duty from my main PC to the mini PC, and look how freaking good that looks. To test out the Wi-Fi 6E, I unplugged the Ethernet cable from this machine and I'm doing a Wi-Fi speed test. We are getting an upload almost 7. Oh my god, that's literally so close to what I get wired. Thank you again, Geekcom, for sending me the tiniest PC I've held in my life. I will now be using it to play retro video games for the rest of my life. I'm also starting a third YouTube channel where I review and unbox tech. So if you want to be a part of that, please subscribe to my third channel. Even if you don't care about tech, just come and support your boy. I'm starting from scratch and this is going to be fun. I freaking love tech. It's been my dream since I was a kid, and we're going to make a third channel. Let's do it. We're going for the third plaque, baby.